it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another like favorites but get ready with me version, and I'm gonna do a quarantine/April favorites. Let's get started. So my first quarantine favorite is my Nintendo Switch. And I know that they're really hard to get right now. Not the Switch Lite, but the actual one where you can take the controllers off. Very hard to get right now, but if you have one, I recommend pulling it out and playing my two favorite games, which is Mario Party, which is like board games but virtual and using Nintendo characters, or Animal Crossing, obviously. Both are very time consuming, both are very addicting. Mario Party you can play with multiple people or by yourself. Animal Crossing you can only play by yourself. But if you have the Lite, you can obviously also play those games, but I prefer the console just because you can play with multiple people and you can hook it up to your TV. So if you guys have any Nintendo Switch games that you recommend, please let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new games. There's no categories, no order to my favorites. I'm just kind of going down the list. My next favorite is a moisturizer, and it's by Drunk Elephant, and it is the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. It's kind of expensive, but right now there's the Sephora VIB sale, so you can get it on sale if it's still in stock, and I definitely recommend it. I had a sample size, so if you can get a sample, I would do that. But I had a sample size and it lasted me a long time, and it was really hydrating and it just worked really well, and I really liked it. I've tried a ton of moisturizers and this is probably my favorite one that I've ever tried. So yeah, that's why I'm including it in this video. I'm just now realizing two things. One, I should have started with eyeshadow, and two, I didn't bring any eyeshadow brushes out here, so I'll be right back. Okay, my next favorite is Netflix shows, Hulu shows, but we'll start with the Netflix shows. And my favorite two that I watched so far are The Politician, which is kind of an older one that was highly marketed, but I didn't really think it would be the storyline that it was. I thought it was totally different. There's only one season, but it was really good, and it's got a ton of good actors in it. And then the next show is called Great News, and it's got, like, if you guys like Kimmy Schmidt, Unbreakable, you would like Great News. It's kind of like a more normal version of Kimmy Schmidt. It's like got the same humor and like music and stuff like that, but it takes place in a news studio, and it's like about the relationship between a mom and daughter, and it's a comedy, and it's pretty good. And then for Hulu, if you guys haven't watched Little Fires Everywhere yet, let me tell you, it's so good. You need to go watch it. If you don't have Hulu, get the free trial and go watch Little Fires Everywhere, because you won't be able to stop watching it and it leaves you hanging. And I really like the theme song, which is weird, like the theme video thing. And there's also a lot of good actors in it. Yeah, I just recommend it. I forgot to put on a creamy contour. Let's do my eyes. No, let's do my eyebrows. I'm pretty bad at describing shows and movies, so If you're interested in any of those shows, I would look up a trailer. Oh, there's something in my eye. Okay. Oh, no, it's back. No, it's gone. It's back. I don't see anything. Oh God, what is that? So if you're interested in any of these shows, I'd recommend looking up a trailer because I can't really describe things very well. My eyebrows are driving me nuts. I like cut the tails weird and it really messed up my whole eyebrow and it's just not a good time for me. Moving on, the next thing I wanted to talk about is a board game, and this is an old one, but I've played with a few people now, and all the people that I've played with this month have never heard of it or played it before, but it's called Scattergories. If you guys haven't played Scattergories and you're quarantined with one or more people, you can play this with just 2 people. I recommend playing Scattergories. This is a game where you get a list of prompts, like boy's name and country and stuff like that, like a list of that, and then you have to roll this die that has a bunch of letters on it, and then you have to come up with a thing. Okay, so you have to come up with a list of words that correlate with the list that start with that letter on the die. So like boy's name, and you roll like a J, you could write John. And it goes on until the timer ends, and then you guys compare your answers, and it's just really fun, and it can be really funny if you play with the right people. It's kind of an underrated game. I need to clean my makeup brushes. Soup's bad. Okay, next thing on my list is food. I have 2 things that I want to talk about. One is Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They are so good. They're so much better than milk chocolate would be with peanut butter. And they come in bulk, so you get a whole carton of them, and they're really good. I don't have much more to say about that. Another favorite is homemade matcha lattes. And I use matcha from Vital Proteins that is infused with collagen. I'll insert a picture. And I like to use my Keurig and brew the smallest cup of water, put in a scoop of matcha, use my electric whisk and whisk it together. And then I use a frother to froth up some milk. And then I put the frothed milk in, and I like to put some honey in it to sweeten it up. And voila, that's it. So good. Oh no, it's going under my eye. Oh no. Let me see if this brush will work. Nope. I forgot to put in brow gel. Ooh, I should talk about this. This should be one of my favorites. I've been using this like all the time. Whenever I do makeup, I do this. This is called the Blush Bar by Benefit, and I think they have one out called the Cheek Leader or something like that now. But I got this from Ulta a couple years ago, and it was on clearance. And it's got California, Gold Rush, Dandelion, Hula Bronzer, and then Rocketeur. I think the newer one has the highlighter cookie in it, which I've heard really great things, and I actually ordered it in the Sephora sale. So I'm gonna film a haul when I get that. I'll let you guys know what I think of all the products. But if you get the new one, it comes with a highlighter instead of 4 blushes. But I definitely recommend it because it's all compact, it all comes in one. My last favorite is a new planner I got, and it's called Passion Planner, and it's really helpful during quarantine because it keeps you busy and following a schedule, and I have a lot of random Zoom calls that I have to keep track of, and it helps me keep track of that. It helps me keep track of when my classes meet and when I have to work. It helps me it's like time stamps, so it helps me keep track of when I should be doing what. And then also has like monthly goals, and where's my mascara? And a calendar spread. It has like a bunch of space for you to write out any notes that you have to take during the week. And it's actually pretty small and thin compared to my plum paper planner. I couldn't carry that around anymore. It was getting too big. And it was hard to plan out the week because each day was its own page. So it's hard to keep up with. And this one you see the whole week in one layout. So I still recommend plum paper, but if you get it, I don't recommend giving every day its own page. A lip balm. That is my quarantine favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your quarantine favorites are or your April favorites are. And stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.